Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Solasta, Crown of the Magister. I'm Colonel RPG, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I try out this critically acclaimed RPG that sort of went under my radar during its development, and when it came out, it sort of jumped up on me, and I was like, that looks pretty awesome, because this is a tactical RPG based on the Dungeons & Dragons rule set, and I wanted to check it out, and eventually I just didn't, because the release came and went, and I got links for you in the description if you want to get the game for yourself. As always, I also have links for my Patreon page, which is where actually the motivation for this game, for this Let's Play, came from, because Calvin was very, very kind to not only support me very generously, but also requests that I do a video, and I decided to more than do a video, I will do a Let's Play of Solasta. So let's start a new adventure. Over here, Crown of the Magister. And we have only one campaign at the moment. The plan is for the game, apparently, the stated plan anyway, is for the game to have more than one campaign later on, and we might actually play them on the channel. We'll see about that. We have difficulty modes. Authentic mode sounds like a good time for everyone involved, hopefully. I need to select that bit. I need to create a new character. And the question here is, do I make a single character? I don't think so. I think I'll create all the different characters. So, the first character is gonna be a tank, and that sounds like a good time for... There's one of two lineages here with a high health. Yeah, a high elf tank. What is that? A Sylvan elf. Oh, it's the wooden elves, and there probably is some things over here for extra dexterity. I do wonder if this is based on D&D 5, because if it is, I know the rule set relatively well. But let's go with a Sylvan elf female. Let's see, wisdom +1. That's good for resistances, but not much. Dark vision is nice. Keen sense, proficient in the perception skill, which is actually pretty good. We'll see if I can do anything about more than just proficient. It's pretty good because this is going to be a frontliner, and having that is going to be a good thing. So, let's proceed. And I didn't get past this off camera, so tutorials are gonna start showing up with a class selection, and I'm familiar enough with RPGs that I am okay with how things work. That said, if this is D&D, which I do believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is. But so yeah, it's a blind playthrough. If I didn't make it obvious, which I suppose I didn't, it is a blind playthrough. So there's not all of the classes, but there's enough classes here, so I would think a paladin would be interesting, especially with a wisdom. Yeah, having a paladin is pretty great. Let's see, at higher levels. Yeah, I know more or less how a paladin works, so we can change our equipment, just like in D&D. We can start off with, let's see, Morning Star. Which one is the... Longsword is really good. Oh, right there, 1d8. And 2d6. Great Sword. Morning Star is 1d8. Piercing damage. The problem with the piercing damage is that we will have piercing damage with other weapons. That said, I don't... No, Battle Axe could be a good thing. It is 1d8. Yeah, Battle Axes are good. Yeah, let's go with a Battle Axe. I mean, for a Paladin, that sounds like... Yeah, sounds like a good thing. We could also... And that's with a shield, obviously. Ooh, a Spear is an interesting one instead of the Javelin. Spears are really good because they are versatile. You can see, yeah, so I can't move my mouse and show it to you, but properties there, it shows versatile. Versatile means you can use it in one hand, or you can use it with both hands, which is pretty great. Let's see what other things we have. A quarterstaff, a mace, a simple weapon, though. Oh, because the battle axes are martial weapons. Martial weapons here, meaning warlike weapons. Are spears simple weapons? Tell me. Oh, they are. I mean, I guess it's fair. They are also the best weapons. But, yeah, they're a little bit worse. Maybe I should get the... I don't know. The mace. Let's go with the mace. That's good enough. Holy Symbol, that's an amulet. I can hold Alt for more info. Oh, I see. A cleric or paladin can use a holy symbol as a spellcasting focus. That's pretty important. Focuses are... Well, it can get your character into some trouble if you don't have a focus. Explorer's pack or Priest's pack. Let's see, some Candle Ration Pouch, Healing Remedy, Crafting Scroll of Cure Wounds, and Scroll of Revivify. And over here we have projectile parts, small smith toolkit. Yeah, we're gonna go with the priest's thing. That's good enough for the equipment. And I suppose that's our class selection. And then we have a DT. Now, I'm not too familiar with what the DTs are, but for the most part, I'm mostly worried about the alignment, although it is sometimes cool to have some tension between your character and your DT. Let's go with lawful neutral is an interesting thing for this character. I haven't come up with her personality, if she's gonna have personality, but we'll see. Pakri over here, lawful good, lawful neutral. Let's see, the goddess of law and knowledge and patron of judges and lawyers, teachers, librarians, and scholars. And what is next? A background. Backgrounds are so important in alignments, yes. Alignments, they're not super important, but the implementations in games tend to drive me up a wall, so we'll see. Resulting personality here is... Oh yeah, it's very much... This is just like Dungeons & Dragons 5. It is Dungeons & Dragons 5. So, what do I want at the front? An academic? That would be interesting. So the greatest thing that I like from personalities, or not personalities, but from backgrounds, is stuff like this. So we become proficient in nature, arcana, and insight, and you can actually change those proficiencies. And some backgrounds, as you can tell, actually give you different amount of proficiencies. And proficiencies are really, really important, especially at later levels. And her arcana for her, I actually don't know what that would do in this game. In real D&D is really good for you just to figure out what is magic. And of course, in real D&D, you only play a single character, so it is quite different. Nature and insight. Insight is good for trap detection, although it depends on the DM, because some DMs just go with perception. Can I actually tell from here? I suppose I can come back. We'll see. Religion, nature, and insight. We're just gonna look at the proficiencies. And look at that. Lawkeeper gives us proficiency with martial weapons, which we do not need because we already have it. So if you want to min-max, you can definitely do some good things. Aristocrat, history, persuasion, and intimidation. Okay, aristocrat is interesting. I like that. I like that idea. We got a sigil ring, which, let me hold Alt. This ring bears the arms of your noble family, marking you as a member. And we choose 2 additional languages. I don't know if those are going to matter. And we have history, persuasion, and intimidation. That sounds like a good front character for our team, doesn't it? And then we have backgrounds here. This is the... What is this specifically? This is the background, but then we have the personality flags. Right. These are the personalities. They're specifically marked as personalities in the rulebook. Here is just background related to background. They're different. So we have authority, a tendency to enforce rules and beliefs with authority and leadership. That sounds like a good time. Lawfulness, a tendency to follow rules, laws, and order rather than chaos. We have egoism. I thought it was egotism, but I think those are 2 different things. Tendency to put oneself, friends, and family first. And altruism, tendency to always try to help those in need. Let's go with that. Authority and altruism, that sounds like a freaking mad woman. But we'll see. So lawfulness, we're going to go with that. Oh, wait a minute. This is... this is interesting. This is interesting. They changed the alignment tree. This is not the official D&D 5 alignment tree. The D&D just has the lawful, neutral, evil, and... lawful, neutral, chaotic, and then good, neutral, and evil. And you have the true neutral at the middle, and just sort of... It's very famous. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But this one is different. This one has lawfulness, and we choose 2. Lawfulness, altruism, pragmatism, kindness, cynicism. Pragmatism, lawfulness, cynicism, a tendency to scoff at principles and values. Oh, I see what that is. Wow. Wow, look at that. So, we have altruism and kindness up here, which are 2 different things apparently. Kindness is a tendency to care about others, preferring to make friends rather than enemies, whereas altruism is always try to help those in need. So we could double stack on altruism if we wanted. But what is interesting to me is that lawfulness, pragmatism, and cynicism, or cynicism? Yes, I know how to pronounce words. Those things are all sort of in the same scope related to how idealist you are. It doesn't really relate to how good or evil you are in general, because you can be cynical scoff at principles and values and still be super good. And lawful is the same thing. You can be completely unlawful and still be super good. And pragmatism is the same thing as well. It's not related to that. It's horizontal, but it's in a much more interesting way than just chaotic, or oh, that's kind of interesting because cynicism is also very related to lawfulness. You need a lawful person isn't an idealist person in like all the time. They can be idealist, but lawfulness relates to, well, it depends on how you interpret it. Let's see, to follow rules, laws, and order rather than chaos. Yeah, but what laws and what rules is the complication there. And just because the term law just refers to so many different things, the way I understand lawfulness is more related not to you following the rules and laws of the country you're in, but rather having an understanding that rules and laws are, or I say having an understanding, but I mean that maybe betrays my own lawful alignment. But I see having an understanding of lawfulness as or as laws, or thinking rather is what I mean to say. Thinking that laws are a sort of a precedent to people's moral alignment rather than the other way around, which would be more of a chaotic thing. And it's a little bit high level. Let's not get into that. And then we have, oh, wait a minute, good. Oh, it still says that. Law, chaos, good, and evil. Right there. It's just very hard to spot. I mean, it's not very hard to spot. It's hard for me. And then we have authority, caution, tendency to care of one's own safety above all. So look at that. Authority and altruism. We chose those two. And then we have egoism over here, tendency to put oneself, friends, and family first. And then we have greed, a tendency to value wealth and comfort above all else. And again, you can be altruist and greed, and that's the beauty of this choose two things. And kindness and greed. That'll be interesting. Hiccups I also have, by the way. A tendency to solve problems with violence, even when there are other options. Let's go with violence, and let's go with lawfulness. That's gonna be a mess of a character up in here, and it's gonna be the face of the party. Let's move on then. Ability scores. Are we? I don't actually know how these do. We can choose. Yeah, I could read the thing, but I've never done this in real D&D. It's always the DM tells me, either they tell me you have a 16, 2 14s, 112, and 1 8, or something like that. Or I have rolled dice though. I did roll dice, so we can standard array. Oh, there it is. So I don't like standard array because I don't have a 16. But reroll dice, you can just reroll however many times you like. However, there's also the buy point system, which is good for jack of all trade characters, which means we're not gonna do that. Look at this roll. It is beautiful. Now, what do I want more than anything? I want constitution, I want strength. I probably want dexterity, because this affects your to hit chance. No, it doesn't affect your to hit chance. Strength affects your to hit chance. It might be the spear. What did I choose? Was it a mace? I think it was a mace. No, spear is strength as well, I'm pretty sure. Either way, we don't. This does affect your armor, but I think you have a maximum armor class bonus or dexterity bonus from your armor. Maybe it's not how it works in this rule set. I don't remember. I never play with heavily armored characters. And then we have charisma. Let's see what it does. It includes such factors as confidence, eloquence, and it can represent a charming or commanding personality. It doesn't actually say why paladins are important. I think it has to do with your basically your smite. Oh yeah, it's probably what it is. Your abilities are based off of that. So we're gonna want to have at least 15s are okay. Oh, this is really nice. It's really easy to look at because you always have the big ones over here. And so what we're re-rolling here is likely just 3d8s each time. And so it is unlikely that we roll 3d8s at any time. Is it 3d8s or 3d6s? I don't know, but we're... so all you have to do if you want... Look at that. That's good. That's good. There it is. If you want it like I want it, is to do it like this. So we have Constitution. That is good news. That is good news. Intelligence. That's mostly for skills. And we have Wisdom. Wisdom is nice. I do want Dexterity, though. And then Wisdom and Intelligence. There's just not going to be there. That is going to be a problem for our Insight, though. But these are the scores that matter. And that's why I was basically, it's you have it. So 17 and 16 is basically the same, although not quite. And dexterity as well. Dexterity has another benefit. Oh, we have a +2 on that. That's really nice. Dexterity has another benefit, which is the initiative roll. So we have optimize. I don't. It's fine. Let's see. Proficiencies. Thank you. Proficiency bonus. Yes, I know what it is. Proficiency bonus is basically if you're proficient on something, then it means that you get... we got class skills, yes. That means that you get the bonus, the proficiency bonus. That seems pretty easy if I explain it like that. Hit dice is 1d10. That's our health. Hopefully we're going to go with average. I usually go with average, especially with a d10 because the average is 6. Because, you know, it's half rounded up. I think it's the only time where you round up in D&D. Usually you round down. So, right here, we have history. We have athletics. Oh, that's pretty good. We have sleight... What? Oh, no. These are the... Oh, I can understand. These are the stats and the skills that are assigned to them. Easy. So, and also you can be proficient in tools and other things. So we got performance over here. No, we have intimidation and we have persuasion. Both of those are proficient. We have charisma. That's lovely. We have athletics. We're proficient in that. We have strength. That's also pretty lovely. That +5 is interesting. Then we have history over here. That's because we're a noble. If I remember correctly, it does not say over here. And then we can be proficient in insight, medicine, and religion. Probably religion wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I can't... No. I'm also proficient in perception and survival. Let's go with religion here. I just click on that. And... medicine? Nah, we're not going to be medicine. We're going to have insight there. And then we have background languages. So right now we are capable of speaking common, not draconic. No, we do. We do speak draconic, right? Because it doesn't show that bit. Language spoken by dragons and other reptilian creatures. Either way. Terran. Primordial language spoken by creatures of elemental plane of earth. Oh yeah, that's interesting. And Orcish. Let's go with that. Although, maybe Goblin and Orcish. That's interesting. I don't know if we're gonna ever need that. And then we have our identity. And this is honestly the least interesting aspect of it. So fast forward through character creation here, where needed. Let's come up with a name for her. Siobhan. Siobhan is a good name. Let's, Strongwind is... Blue Lash. That's interesting. Siobhan Blue Lash. And I don't know if we're ever gonna go hard on the surnames or anything. So, fast forward through this bit. That's Siobhan. And voice?
You can do it. I spotted a trap of sorts.
That sounds good. That sounds like a Siobhan to me. Pronouns, let's go with she for her, and because that's how I've been calling her. And we have a backstory over here that I will not be filling in, and we are choosing Siobhan. An aristocrat paladin, Sylvan elf. Oh, that's what empty means. Let's go now through the next ones. The second one is going to be an archer because I like archers and I know how to make them. They're also... Should I make it a rogue? Yes, I should. Rogues are also incredibly broken and super powerful, and you should definitely have one in your team. So, I want somebody with high... Half-elves, what do they have? +2 to charisma. Trying to min-max here, but it's not ideal. Because the +2. Yeah. Oh, we have... Ooh, March halflings. Ooh, a rogue halfling. That sounds pretty stereotypical. I like it. Let's go with that. Their move is a little bit worse, but this is going to be an archer, so it doesn't matter. I do wonder if they keep how broken they are, the rogues are. But island halfling. Sounds good to me. We are going to go with rogue right there. So rapier at higher levels. Let's look at the equipment. We've got a rapier, a short bow. Oh, I might not be able... Can I hold a long bow as a... That's a problem, isn't it? let's give it a try. So we have an high elf. Well, yeah, it wasn't a high elf, right? It wasn't a sylvan elf. No, she's a sylvan elf. Oh, I'm gonna counter the stereotypes with the fact that the high elf is the rogue. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. And rogue. So that's better. And then what things will I like to have? Probably the rogue is gonna be a lowlife, I suppose. There's a background that's really good for rogues because they have a forger's proficiency in the forgery kit. But yeah, this rogue is gonna be all about egoism and kindness. That sounds like a good time. He's gonna be chaotic, so we're gonna do cynicism and violence. That looks like a good time for him. And let's re-roll. We have a 14 over here. That's not too bad. But honestly, looking over here might be... Well, rogues don't need too many stats, to be honest. Ooh, that is a beautiful roll. Right there. So, do rogues actually need that much? No, that is a beautiful roll right there. That's better. That's better. Super high dexterity. And let's see. Let's pay attention to what the game thinks my important things are. So Constitution is probably important not to dump. And this is a great roll. This is a great roll right here. We have Wizards, Cleric, Rangers. I'm also abusing this. Like, if you play in real life, you don't really roll that many times, but whatever. Paladin and Sorcerer, Cleric and Ranger, and Wizard. Now, if I multi-class, which I might go with intelligence-based things. So let's find out if I do that or not. Great roll. That is fantastic. So he's got proficiencies in Smith's tools and Thieves' tools. Those are nice. And that's all on the dexterity, and you can see just how important stats are because they just give you bonuses on skills, which is pretty awesome. Then we are going to do acrobatics. How many class skills I got? That's pretty good. And then, let's see, investigation. That is pretty interesting. Insight is pretty interesting as well. Persuasion performance is an interesting thing for a rogue. I don't know if we're going to go with that. And then we have class expertise, which is a different type of proficiency. It gives you twice, as far as I'm aware. It gives you twice your proficiency bonus. So we're going to want stealth. Definitely stealth. And then we're going to have pass without trace and all the amazing things that rogues have. Later on. Sleight of hand is good, but there's another one. Yeah, higher Thieves' tools. Maybe that's good. Oh, deception. Oh, yeah, that's... Ooh, animal handling. Well, I can't have that, but still. So I'm torn here. I guess Thieves' tools. And then we have ancestry languages. We have Dwarvish, Halfling. Yeah, let's go with Halfling. Sure. Those probably matter to nothing. And then we have spells and magic. And that, why is that? Is it because I'm of my ancestry? Yeah, I know how that works. I don't remember. It tells me when I select each ancestry. It tells me, or backgrounds or whatever. It tells me exactly what it is. But cantrips are really good because they... What is that? C? Oh, it's C for cantrips. You have multiple levels later on. Cantrips are really good because you can just use them all the time. So what we are going to want... Increase your chance to hit a target you can see one time. Do I know any of these? Shocking Grasp. So I don't think I'm going to want damage-dealing cantrips. Ooh. I didn't change his equipment. It starts with a short bow. The rapier is pretty awesome. Explorer's pack. Burglar's pack. Antitoxin. Small smith toolkit. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. So back to the cantrips over here. What I was saying is we're probably not going to want damage-dealing abilities. But things like an illusionary dagger that causes psychic damage might be good. Shadow Armor grants 3 temporary hit points for 1 minute. Yeah. And these are free. You can cast them once per turn. Or once per action, rather. Dancing Lights. Creates dancing lights that move at your command. Those are really interesting for distracting enemies. But I don't know if it... Ooh! An annoying bee. The target sees an illusional bee harassing them and has disadvantage on concentration checks until the start of the next turn. Now, that is pretty powerful. It's only, unfortunately, just for concentration checks. Does this here... This doesn't promise me that it's going to allow me to distract enemies. But, yeah, let's see his name. Deg! Deg is a gold name. A gold name, a cool name. Red Glow. Red Glow is good, actually. It's a lot of colors, isn't it? I'm just gonna go with colors. He's gonna be male. And, let's see. Face. Let's just skip. Ooh, he's ugly. I like it. I like it over there. Okay. Rest of character creation. There we go, that's Deg.
What an idiot! Push! Push! Okay, you're tough.
That looks like a good voice and no ancestral thing. So it's just getting achievements. I got it's rogue, not rouge. It's about the misspelling of rogue, right? It is weird that it's written like it is. So where's Deg? Deg, right there. Thank you. Select you. So she have... Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, what is the other classes? Well, we are going to need a spellcaster. A sorcerer might be a good time. Do I want a sorcerer? Or a mage? Sorcerers are kind of complicated. Let's go with a mage. And let's make them... We don't have fairies, because that's nice, having fairies. Having just generally small people in D&D, and just having them just going around and hiding in things and just casting all the spells and nobody sees them. And they also, because they're small, they tend to... Fairies, I mean, they tend to not be very hittable. And mages can have brutal amounts of defense, which is pretty awesome. But I'm not too familiar with their spells. But yeah, so I think... So for mages, or wizards or whatever... so not mages, specifically wizards. I didn't look at the classes, but the one that's intelligence, because there's another one that's for charisma. So high intelligence, would that be... Do I have anything? Increase charisma, increase 2 other scores by 1 point each. The half elf? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I have intelligence bonuses. So let's go with the human. Yeah, human is good. And, yeah. And I think I remember a good name for this human. Sorcerer and wizard. There it is. So sorcerer is basically you don't need to rest, and wizard is you need to rest. But sorcerer doesn't have as much freedom in the levels, so I will go with the wizard. And let's look at the equipment here. We have a quarterstaff or a dagger. Now, quarterstaffs are more interesting. The problem with the dagger is that it allows you to have a shield. Yeah, let's go with a quarterstaff. Or an orb. Or a wand. Spell focus. Wait, the component pouch contains material components for most spells. Oh, quarterstaff and wand is better, right? It's like Gandalf, except cooler, which is a feat. Then we have a scholar's pack with Angry Violet inside and other things. We have rations, small smith. Yeah, I don't want the explorer's pack. And they have a spell book over here. That sounds like a good time. We're gonna go with that. And now they're gonna be a philosopher. Our first medicine, persuasion, or proficiency. And persuasion, yeah, I don't need that. Proficiency in herbalism is interesting because that's good for creating potions and stuff like that. It would make sense that the mage would be the one to do that, right? And let's see. We are gonna go with kindness, and this is for these are the things that I get out of my philosopher background. Kindness and cynicism. Yeah, let's go with that. And you can have pragmatism and cynicism. I like that. I like those combinations. And then for personality flags, let's go with caution and altruism. I think that's going to make them interesting. So let's move on then. Now, new roles. Wizards don't quite need too much stuff. That said, I do want a very, very good intelligence roll. That's good enough. And I have a plus... no, it isn't. I can survive... Well, no, it is. It is. I have +1s from ancestries. Wait, is it... Do I just get +1 as human to everything? That's quite... It's quite interesting. Yeah. And then we have 16 dexterity. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, we don't need too much constitution. Having a little bit of wisdom probably wouldn't be a bad thing. And then just 9. That. And then I'm going to rue this. But yeah, low strength. I'm going to rue that. But I don't want to just spend all day... Well, I could just cut to me finding an amazing roll. But also, I think that's a little bit cheesy. When it's a whole team. If it's just a single character, you can have your main character be super powerful. I think that's okay. Then we have class skills over here. Let's go with Arcana. Religion is potentially a good thing. This is really good on the intelligence thing. And I have investigation as well. Let's go with investigation rather than history. And then we have languages over here for Elvish. Old Tirmarian. Nah, we don't do that. Wait. Oh, that was the ancestry languages. No, I guess we do that. Goblin and Orcish. Yeah, it's probably better. And now we have proper spells. Well, we have a cantrip, and then we have proper spells. An enemy you can see becomes luminous for a while. We also have light, chill touch. That's just one. How much damage does that do? Doesn't it say? Ranged hit, 24 range? Deal damage to one enemy and prevent healing for a limited time. Oh, it's 1d8. It says at the bottom. It's acid damage. And they have Dazzle over here. Lowers the target armor class to prevent reaction until the start of its next turn. And prevent reaction. That's pretty powerful, that Dazzle. That said... we have more than one cantrip, right? We have 4 cantrips? No, change. Yeah, we have 3 cantrips. It said right there. I'm just not very smart. What kind of damage? Shadow armor. Nah, shadow. Oh, for a minute is interesting. Let's see. Acid. Launch an acid bolt over here. That does 1d6. So the other thing is a lot better. 1d12. Fire a poison spray at an enemy you can see within range. And the range is 2, that's why. Okay, so let's go with the poison spray. And let's go with the firebolt because everybody loves firebolt. And it's 1d10 anyway. So we don't have a bonfire, which is also really good. It's different than firebolt. But it never misses because, well, it does because people do a dexterity save. Either way, Burning Hands is really good. It does damage for hours and hours. Well, it's not. It's just a single turn, but still pretty awesome. How many do I have? Class spells. I have 6 class spells. Okay, Mage Armor. Very important. How long does Mage Armor last? 8 hours. Yep, I need that. We also have Jump. Increases an ally's jumping distance. We have Identify. Okay, but it costs gold to cast. But I want that, just in case. Grease is really powerful. Featherfall, False Life. Expeditious Retreat. Gain movement points and become able to dash as a bonus action for a limited time. That's really, really powerful. Unfortunately, it's only for the mage. Because if it were for an ally, it'd be amazing for kiting with archers. We have Magic Missile. Yeah, absolutely need that. Detect Magic. Yep, absolutely need... Well, actually, I don't know if we need that in this game. But we might. And then Color and Burning Hands. That seems like a good combination of all the things. We're not going to have them prepared. We're just going to know the spells. And then we prepare whatever we need. Likely not the Identify specifically. So their name is going to be Ariash. Ariash is a great name. And Ariash Ross. I'll go with that. Are you... Why is their age always at the bottom? Okay, so let's see.
We need you.
That's a good voice, I think. And pronouns they, as I was been using, and finish. And now we have... I forgot their name. Dang it. Ariash, right. Pronounced with the sh sound for the S rather than the sibilant S of English, typically. Ariash Ross. Although the S at the end is more of a Spanish. Anyway, that is our philosopher wizard. Oh, they're amazing. Okay, and then... What am I missing? Well, we have a rogue, a paladin, and a wizard. A fighter might be a good thing. Especially a multi-valent... Although a cleric might be important. Yeah, clerics for healing. Although the paladin... Nah, the paladin's not going to get healing. Cleric it is, and let's make a new character. So clerics are based on wisdom. And nobody has extra wisdom. Yeah, humans gets a +1 to all ability scores. That's kind of good. So I think I'm going to go with the marsh halfling. Wow. They look glorious. Oh, they're the best looking of them all. I mean, I didn't quite go through all the... Those look pretty cool as well. Oh, maybe a dwarf, a cleric dwarf. Oh, but the halflings look so good. I'm going to go with the halfling. Yeah, they're going to be amazing. So, plus constitution, that's on the oh, it does change. Oh, that's where the other thing comes in. Oh, so I wonder... Oh, that's wisdom there. And plus intelligence. Yeah, I'm not min-maxing too much, which is fine. I think it's fine. Marsh halfling, because they look cool. And, let's see. We want a cleric. That looks like the tools of a trade, of the trade for a cleric. And we have equipment over here. We have a mace or a leather armor for scale. No, we're gonna be sort of a tank. Stealth disadvantage. I know. That's how it goes. Light crossbow or club. But now the club is for... well, it's not just the club. It's a simple weapon, isn't it? Yeah. I can choose light crossbow or light crossbow. No, it's just... I think that's the default package. And you can... it says light crossbow with 20 bolts or a simple weapon. That's what the rule set says. So I think... I don't have a spear in here, do I? I do have a spear. Why can't I have the warhammer? I think that might be because of my size. Ah, dang it. And then it could be an unusually tall halfling. Priest's pack, let's go with that. And a holy symbol, we need that. Okay, that's good times. Next, the deity. And the divine domain. Although, it's for everyone. Okay, so she's gonna be... I'm gonna say chaotic neutral. Sort of, kind of character. Because this matters, I think. And then we have alignments here. Lawful good, neutral good, lawful neutral. Let's go with neutral. Arun over here, the primordial god of the elements and patron. Yeah, and then we have over here elemental fire. It gives us spells. Yeah. But that's because of this one in particular. Magic missile, shield of faith. Shield of faith is really powerful. So we might actually have to bend our alignment a little. Because, well, it's clerics. Clerics don't... they do need to align to their god. Oh, no, these change. Look at that. These don't change. But then the sun does change. Fire shield, wall of fire. Einar over here sounds like a good time, though. Heroism and shield. Branding, smite, hold person, counter spell, lightning bolt, banishment, guardian of faith, hold monster, dispel evil and good. Whatever that means. I don't actually know what it means. Bless, cure wounds. Oh, it's for life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to need to do that. Manaiki over here. Neutral good. We're going to go with true neutral. And we just say that, you know, we're nice all the time and stuff. So, her background could be a sellsword. That gives her proficiency in medium armor. Not that she needs it, because she starts... No, chainmail... She already has it. I think that's how it goes. Let's see. Let's go with Acolyte. Religion, nature, insight, herbalism kit. That's fair enough. And then we have violence. We have altruism, most likely. We have pragmatism. And double violence. Yes. Oh. I like this roll. This is a good roll. This is a really good roll. I mean, it's not amazing. It is kind of good, but we're going to roll more. I want... So we need strength, constitution, and wisdom. So we want this one to be at least 16. And let's hope that we get something like that. We had a 15 there for a little while. It goes back more or less to the original roll. In older games that I remember having the rolls to do... Perfectionist is an achievement that I just got. You can't see it because I'm not recording the Steam overlay, but if you re-roll a bunch, apparently you get Perfectionist. But in older games, you could actually store your roll, which just made it super easy for you to roll a bunch and roll really high and just have a jack of all trades. That's good. That's better. It's not amazing, though, but it is better. The problem is it's a little bit jack of all tradey. Yeah, I want a 16. Yeah, that's better a little. Yeah, I think I spoiled it. Because we need to have a very high one over here for wisdom. So, yeah. There we go. That's an interesting one. It isn't amazing, but it is an interesting one. Very high wisdom, pretty good strength. Not too much constitution. And then we got a +2 on dexterity, so I'm going to give her that. And then we have intelligence 9 and charisma 7. I'm sure a cleric doesn't need charisma. I think it's going to be fine. And then we have our own proficiencies. Our nature and religion, so that sort of sucks. We have medicine over here, that's good. And then we have history or persuasion. Yeah, our skills are trash. Oh, they're trash. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's all rolls. Especially earlier in the game. You roll a d20 on top of your skill. So having a +1 or a +2 really doesn't matter when you're rolling a d20. Because if you roll a 1, I mean, the difference between a 1 and a 3 is bigger than the difference between a 1 and a 2 here, obviously. But a 1 and a 3 on a d20 is just nothing. What you were looking at is usually like an 8 or a 16. Those are proper numbers. So how many languages? We just have the one background. And we're going to do Dwarvish. And now we have one spell. Sparkle would be interesting. Not Sparkle. Sacred Flame. That looks like a good time. 1d8. Save to negate. But it's a save versus wisdom, so haha. That's pretty good. Guidance is also awesome. Increase an ally's ability check for a limited time. It's 1 minute. Oh, ability check. That's not how... they're changing it for this game. For a good reason as well. In the rule set, it says the next d20 throw. And so it's not ability checks. It is also attack rolls. So it's any time you roll a d20, you get a +3, +1d4. Does it actually say that it's +1d4? Yeah. Add 1d4 to one ability check. So that's nice. Resistance is also an interesting thing. It just adds +1d4. 2 saving throws. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Sacred Flame. But at higher levels, that doesn't matter. Guidance is gonna be good. Oh, we can have multiples. Oh, yeah. Then, yeah. Then we're gonna get it. Resistance as well. Spare the dying. Touch a dying ally to stabilize them. That's probably more important, right? That's probably more important than the Sacred Flame. Okay. And... yeah, that... let's see, her name is gonna be... Coralie! Coralie is a lovely name. Especially if I give her green skin. Tups! Coralie Tups! Oh, beautiful name. Beautiful face as well. The hair... I kind of wanted that... it's shape 13. I kind of wanted that... that's the same hair that Siobhan has. There we go. That's the hair. Now the hair color is going to be dark green. And the eyes are going to be bright green, if I can do it. And then the skin is going to be teal. Light teal, if I can do it. I think so. The eyes do need a little bit more of a pop. And so maybe red. Red does pop like hell. Oh, these greens are a little bit better, I think. It contrasts more. That's pretty good. Okay. And the age, I'll keep it low. It's not really age, it's facial complexion. But still, voices.
Courage! No! Come on!
Come on is good.
Well, I'm getting the measure of this.
And it is, and Coralie Tups. Welcome to the team. And my god, this first episode takes a little while, but you know, it's D&D. It takes forever. And if you're ever blessed enough to play a D&D session with friends, then you know that creating a character actually takes longer than this episode takes, because you need to learn. You want to min-max. You want to really think about your character and who they are and how your choices as a character creator, I suppose, affect the character that you're creating. So, yeah, that's going to be that for this episode. We're going to start the game. We're going to click there in the next episode. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Solasta. Thank you so much, Calvin, once again for your amazing support, your very great generosity, and for requesting that I play this game. I will see you in the next episode along with everybody else. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.